Look sharp! Lightning calculating! My turn!
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against the worthy opponent.
Fight better at a distance. Let's take away this ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Small, but a victory nonetheless. We have a long way. Let's see what you've got. Try harder! My turn! When you're desperate, then I know you need a good go. Can't get out of this! You pick a wrong fight! Coming through! Scarlet and Modo! Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Resonate with the earth! In the soil. Oh, the fluidity of your movement. Simply incredible.
I never miss! Not street!
Try harder! Now! Let's go down!
Water! Raging dance now! Fred! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Let's see what you've got.
None shall escape! My God!
I'll take you all off! Soda!
Bending you apart! Wall!
Soda! Burn! Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Blah, 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 magic!
Soda!
Field!
Raging Luna Storm!
Do it! May a thousand get... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, out there!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Let's get you off out the way!
Let the shock!
Field!
Here I go!
Over the stockpile! I owe you,
stop
Sion.
its charge.
Healing is what my arts do best.
Ah!
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
All mine!
Make
the official beacon clear for us a path!
Mine. Here's a healing art.
Luna Rondo! Thanks, Sion.
Be careful not to overdo.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Dance in the wind. Here, let me help. Feel.
Shattering
Pieces. Attack us. Searing flame.
Soda!
Reload. Cyclone.
Luna Rondo! A thrilling performance.
Don't mind if I do. This one's mine.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
You picked the wrong fight!
By the power of water!
Lunarongo!
Here! Get out there with the others! Thunder
Denied!
Another incantation ruined.
Glacial Spear!
No further! Hurricane Thrust!
Sleep now! Get on it,
Here I come!
Mercy.
Alright!
Being interrupted.
I'm going to use all the power of my healing art to
Take it!
Guiding
Take this!
Supernova!
Take
Resurrection
this!
Wind! Air thrust!
This one's mine!
Elusive deity.
Eat Thunder Blade!
Take this!
A change between heaven and earth!
Lunarongo!
A wailing
Here I come!
thousand gales!
Time to let it rip!
I'm also
Hurricane Thrust!
Maybe show Kisara a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle herself.
You can be really dense, though, Halim.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
There you go!
Ha! Ignite!
ready!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A hard-won victory. I won't forgive you!
Snake of the abyssal.
Hard now, through all!
A debut performance.
Magic in here! Freeze Lancer! Let's get you all out the way!
Raging Luna Storm.
Can't this wall! More with that! Here
Spirits
goes!
within the soil.
And more that can all burn out!
I can pull myself together! Magic is there!
Take this.
Not in your dreams! By the power of the water!
Begin!
The water! Glacial Beam! Pierce evil! A
Hurricane
wailing
Thrust!
blaster!
Spirits within the soil.
Awaken and
Blast!
Pierce evil! Saving this one!
Stardust!
Freeze Lancer! Tempest Whirl!
Blast!
Let's go! Radiant Blood! Dance with the wind! Hold on to your heart! Here I come! The
Lunarongo!
Healing
Hurricane Thrust!
Divine Speed! Air thrust!
Sorry to cover.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Blast the shot!
The abyssal
Into the
deep.
shadows!
Clear for us a path.
Magic again!
Try harder!
I'm out of
Raging
ammo!
Luna Storm.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Gun! I'll leave it to you! Lunarongo!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Blast the shot!
Get in the wind! In here!
Here I come!
Get out there together!
Here!
By the power of
Blast
water!
the shot!
Gemini up!
Where are you going?
Astral art.
That's my cue!
You picked the wrong... Shut him down! Stardust! Hurricane Thrust!
In a vine.
It looks like you got this one covered!
Hurricane Thrust!
Now you see what I can do.
Try harder! My turn! Lunarongo!
Clear for us a path.
No!
Freezing storm!
Thrilling performance.
Blast the shot!
Get up now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that...
The Zoogles here are putting... up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is. The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah. It's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Linwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants. How it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted. Like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although, admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Elfin, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same things that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Dion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hebrew 35 told us. The Danon and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
A dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Easy peasy. Huh, Noodle?
Retreat and you know what it is.
Not until it escapes my judgment.
Burn in hell!
Targeting. I never miss. Those flying creatures are living on the
Black spear!
Standing form.
No further! Let's bring you down! Lightning straight!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander. I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you to be a high demand if that's the case.
Let's see what you got.
my precision improving.
The heavens must be smiling.
We barely got a look at something. You sure showed that. I felt better, that's for sure.
So the thorns machines, they're really a part of Rena's great theory?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't think it's a little of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much we can rid of it?
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Our art is being interrupted. This is bad, right?
Yes, Al, they... The flashing part's their weak point.
Let's try harder! Beyond kick! An astral art?
That's my cue.
Charge shut him down. Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Eternal devastation! That'll bring you down.
I'm ready! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Shine! Radiant light!
Is that a healing art?
It is. Can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
I'm not done! Stardust! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Atmosphere! Lost!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! You're mine!
Storm! Burning! Raging Cascade Tornado!
Out of your storm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Searing Flame! Flame of
Rising Falcon!
We hear my call! Fire wall! Touch away! Glacial Fear! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Stardust!
Thunder Shield!
Ready and ready!
Don't mind if I do!
Where are you going?
Got it! Now our chance!
Atmosphere!
Thunder Shield!
Ignite!
Lunar Corruption!
Lunar Rondo!
Take this!
Stardust!
Magic is there!
Hurricane Thrust!
Sleep now!
So
Get on in there with me!
now you see what I can do!
Radiant Spear! Thunder Beam!
Slap the shot!
Radiant Tornado!
Now it's my turn! What?
My turn!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Can't end here!
I don't give up! Raging Storm! I'll bring you back from death! Again! You're open! Mega Ray! Illuminate the dark! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Holy land! Resuscitation! Heaven and earth! Here, let me help! This isn't ideal. I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Illuminate the dark! Holy glimmer! I won't give up! A new leaf! Heaven and earth!
My turn! You're mine!
Lightning Lord! I can carve through
armor!
Raging Cascade to the fray! By the power of water! Sorry.
I couldn't make it in
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
It's on! Stardust!
I can't heal you forever!
Time to let it rip! Blast the shot!
Water, hear my call!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you!
Jubilee! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
like a finely timed waltz.
Not today!
Arrow Squall!
Sorry to trouble.
Now I can let her. Here! Soaring Light Spear! Wide open!
It won't escape me.
Eternal Devastation!
Shine, radiant light.
You must have heard feeling.
I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on our...
In a vine?
Burn!
Leave the torch!
Overwater! Save you! Eagle Ray!
It's over!
Lightning Lord! Annihilate the power that came from! Mega Ray! have to be real lucky. Looks like some solid equipment. They'll soon see about that. Where you go? Raging storm!
Wide
Can't
open!
imagine what we do without you now.
Who, me? That's a little much, don't you think? I'm serious. You're a lifesaver. Don't mind if I do. Go
You picked the wrong fight! No further!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Not a chance!
now! This ends now!
Consider your time finished!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
That equipment should come in handy.
Super looks tough.
The sword wheel? Zuko?
And not just one, but four!
It takes 2 extra hands up enough to beat me. It's sorely mistaken!
Let's just focus on what's important. That's the lucky people! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
This one's mine! Raging cascade!
Take this!
We're calling for a
I couldn't make it in time.
I'll bring you back from death to bit. Here's a healing art.
In a vine! Not today! Is it? I'll smash you! I owe you one. Take this! Ready to go! Try harder! My turn! Stop it! Take this! Shine! Right! Watch yourself! Incredible power! Burn! Being in a vine?
Almost as bad. You do what you do best. For the healing. What? Yeah.
Looks like I won after all!
Except it doesn't look like that thing's finished yet. Not by a long shot. I've never been.
all yours, Zara. From beyond. Not done yet.
In a bind? They might.
Hard-won victory. That equipment come in handy.
Moving back! I'm ready! Coming through!
I'm grateful.
Take this! Take this!
This one's mine!
Not today!
Rage.
Slash the shot!
Feel! I'll be saving you!
Tornado drive!
Sorry.
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Our
The wind!
surge through
Air thrust! A chain between heaven
No
and
further!
of lightning! Damn it! Sleep out of ammo! I'm all stopped up!
I can handle it.
I'll blind you with
Water!
the
Here's
sun!
power now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.
And thus our strength yet grows.
An opponent like this should be easy. Come and face me!
I owe you, Cleon.
Healing is what my art
It's
do
a
best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
In an instant! Impact Cross! We work well together.
Finally timed walks.
Stardust!
An astral art?
That's my cue. Where are you going?
Shut him down! Soaring Light Spear! Rising Falcon! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Everyone, get back!
I'm here to
It's
stop.
too dangerous.
Lunar Rondo!
Mind if I do?
In a vine?
Terminator Avenger, outstanding form.
Mirage!
Arrow Claw! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar!
Slash the shot!
Metal Ray!
Resonate with the earth.
Magic is in!
Hold nothing back!
Win!
Eat dirt!
Negative
gate! Stardust!
Glacial
Lunar Rondo!
I'll be saving this one!
Stardust!
Fluidity of the moon.
Here I go! I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire!
Radiant Pierce! Raging Storm! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Shattering the pieces!
Gotta hold it together! Do or die!
Plasma shock!
Burning Strike! Raging Cascade!
Stardust! Hurricane thrust!
That'll bring you down! Don't mind if I do!
Stardust!
Photon dance in the wind!
Plasma shock!
Came between heaven and earth!
Plasma shock!
Mega Ray!
Stardust! Burn! Dragon Floor!
I'm going to
Wind!
use all the power of my healing art.
Armor won't save you!
Thunder Field!
My turn! It's too much! In a bind?
What would I do without you?
Try harder! Now! You're mine!
Up and down! Let's go!
Stardust!
Amazing.
Stardust!
Here I come!
Blood.
Rending you! Magic is in!
Bloody hold nothing back!
Blah, blah, blah!
You're mine! Plasma shock! Burn! Stardust!
Tornado!
Tear! Hurricane thrust! Stardust!
Healing
Lightning!
Storm!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! All the power of...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me. And thus our strength yet grows.
We've reached our destination. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I always love... sound of... hammers banging away.
Did we really just spend that much money? Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Xion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.